guys, I'm here with a review, guys. I'm here with another movie review. Judging by the title, yeah, you already know what it is. So I decided to rewatch the Blade trilogy this past week. I ended up watching all three movies. I saw the first one this past Monday. I saw the second one on Tuesday, and then I saw the Trilogy on Wednesday, depending on what day this video gets up, just let you know. Yeah, so I wanted to talk about all three of these movies. Again, I saw them way back in the day, but I didn't remember a damn thing about them. So I rewatched them all just to refresh my memory. And really quick, I don't know if the press did this on purpose or if they just completely forgot. I don't know. Let me just say this. I feel extremely bad for Wesley Snipes because this was Marvel's, because like, hear me out. As good as Deadpool and Black Panther were, people forget that this was Marvel's first black hero to get his own movie, and it was their first ever rated R film. Like, how does nobody, there are three of these, there's three movies, how does nobody remember? Like, I don't understand. And also too, now let's be honest here, let's be honest for about one thing. While Marvel may be better than DC in terms of their live action movies, that was not the case back in the 90s, because you see, here's the thing, in terms of the late 80s / early 90s, DC was beating Marvel in live action. They, with the Batman movies and the Superman movies that came out, they were just dominating, and Marvel clearly wanted to capitalize on that. They wanted to also throw their cards on the table, and they all were complete colossal failures, like the Punisher, Captain America, the unreleased Fantastic Four movie, Howard the goddamn Duck. Like, they were losing. They had a big losing streak, really. And let's be honest here, it was really this movie, the first movie, that saved them. The Blade really saved Marvel back then, to be quite honest with you, because again, they had flop after flop. So if it wasn't for Blade, God knows what the hell would happen to the future live action Marvel movies. And again, the fact that nobody remembers that this was their first black hero, let alone the first rated R Marvel movie, that baffles my mind. Like, I don't get it. But whatever. So I'm gonna do a brief review of all three films, because if I did like a 10-minute review for it, this would be like 30 minutes long. So I'm gonna try to keep it pretty short. So yeah, so we get the first Blade movie, of course. We get the first Blade movie, and it was good. You know, it was definitely an enjoyable film. I really liked how, you know, so of course we get introduced to we get introduced to Wesley Snipes as Blade, and it had a good opening scene too. And let me just say this too, the techno music in all these movies I thought was very good. It was really catchy. It was fun to hear. And every movie has good action scenes. Like, the action I thought looked pretty damn great too. Not great, but definitely good. Deacon Frost, he was a decent villain. I thought he was a good villain. I'm not gonna lie, the story was a little confusing. Like, there were, like, you know, I know he wants to summon like the blood god or whatever, but it was a little confusing, you know, just a little bit. Other than that though, again, the action and the character development I thought was pretty good. And also Whistler too, and the doctor, I forgot her freaking name, but the doctor too is also good. So overall, it was a good movie. Again, this is the movie that really saved Marvel in the 90s. It was definitely a definitely a good movie. You know, it was definitely an enjoyable film, and I liked it. I mean, I really enjoyed it. And like the final fight scene between Blade and that's the thing too. Like, the final fight I thought was good. And let me just say this: the CGI, while it wasn't perfect, it wasn't terrible either. Like, it wasn't as bad as like Catwoman or the Claws in X-Men Origins Wolverine, or you know, that stupid Scorpion King. You remember from how they made The Rock look so stupid? It wasn't as bad as those CGI effects, but yeah, it was alright, I guess. Like, it hasn't aged that good, but it's not terrible either. Like, for example, like when he cuts Frost, like when he cuts him and like his body flies up, that big line of blood that connects his body together. Yeah, you could see that it's not really, like, you know, but again, it definitely worked for its time though. And his death scene too was very brutal, like extremely just, man, that was bloody as hell. But yeah, it was a good movie overall. And Quinn too was also, he was a little funny. You know, he gets his hands cut off, and then when he gets them both back, he just... So yes, it was a good movie though. Overall, it was a really good movie. So then we get this. So then, of course, we get Blade 2, which is the best. This is without a doubt the best of the entire trilogy, in my opinion. I mean, it was directed by Guillermo del Toro, and we had Ron Perlman in there, we had Norman Reedus in there. Yeah, you heard me right, Daryl. But I had one complaint, and I will get to that later. So of course in this movie we have the Reapers, and what are the odds? Like, really quick, what are the odds of, I forgot the actor's name, but the guy who plays like the main Reaper, what are the odds of both him and Ron Perlman in the same movie, and then what, like 5 years later they appear in the same movie again in Hellboy? Because that Reaper is the same guy that plays Prince Nuwata in Hellboy the Golden Army, and of course Ron Perlman is Hellboy. So yeah, and of course Del Toro's director is like, coincidence? Like, yeah. So in this movie, basically the vampires team up with Blade to help take down the Reapers, and the team consists of what it had Hellboy basically that one big dude, that blonde haired guy, the long haired guy. Yeah, I forgot their freaking names because they were kind of forgettable too. Like, characters I didn't really care about. I did care about one of them, and that was Donnie Yen's. I think his name was Snowman. If you don't, let me explain this. If you don't know who Donnie Yen is, I feel so bad for him too, because while he is considered one of the best martial artists, he's not really like given it enough credit like Jackie Chan, Jet Li, Bruce Lee. Like, seriously, like, this guy deserves to be up there with those guys. He's been in a lot of great movies that I like Iron Monkey was just awesome. I saw that he was in the first 2 Ip Man movies, or actually all of them, I think. I saw the first one, I haven't seen the third one yet. And I saw him in Shanghai Nights with Jackie Chan and Owen Wilson. And I might have seen him somewhere else, I just can't remember. But the point is, he's been in some great movies. Like, he's mostly like on the B-list side of things. So I didn't remember him in this movie. So when I saw him, I'm like, all right, cool, we got Donnie Yen. And then like he doesn't do a damn thing. Like, he doesn't do anything. Like, he has like this one fight scene, but that's really it. Like, cause there's a scene where one of the vampires gets bit by one of the Reapers, and he doesn't tell anybody. So of course, eventually he turns, and they show him end up killing Donnie. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what was the point of that? Like, you're bringing an A-list star, well, a B-list star, I guess, and he doesn't do anything. He doesn't do a damn thing. So that pissed me off. But other than that, though, I still like the movie, though. That was the only low point of the whole film. But other than that, though, I liked it. I definitely enjoyed the movie, though. And also, again, Norman Reedus in here, but he goes by the name Scud. It was cool to see him, you know. It was really cool to see him in this movie, but it kind of sucks how he turns on Blade. I did not see that. Like, I knew the vampires were gonna turn on Blade. That was really obvious, but I did not expect. I didn't expect Daryl to turn his back on Blade, though. I really didn't. I did not expect that at all. And then of course he blows him up too, which I was like, oh well. But yeah, all in all, it was a good movie, though. It was a really, again, that was the best of the entire trilogy. It really was. And it's funny too. Like when they first get. It's really funny too how, like, when Blade gets introduced into the vampires, mostly Ron Perlman, how he's all shaking like, ooh, like what are you waiting for? Like, he wants them to attack him, whatever. That was kind of funny. But overall, yeah, it was a damn good movie. I'm trying to see if I'm missing anything. Not really. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. And then we get Blade Trinity, which is, yeah, like with every other trilogy, it turns out to, yeah, like I said, just like the first 2 films, it had its good moments. Like, again, the action I thought was good, and also let me just say this, say what you want about the movie, but it definitely had a couple of funny moments. But of course, in this movie, we get the main villain, who is Drake. He ends up teaming up with this other group of vampires, basically, and of course, they want him to kill Blade. And then Blade gets captured by the police, but then Ryan Reynolds, aka Hannibal King, he ends up saving him. And yeah, we get Triple H in this movie, and he looked so out of shape. Like, I saw people complaining about that too. Like, what they're all like, what happened? And I'm like, how? So I watched it like, oh yeah, he really let himself. Yeah, he did. There was a time where he did let himself go, but hey, he's back on track now. But yeah, so he's in this movie, and the whole hallway fight I thought was good. I like the whole fight scene in the hall. I thought was really entertaining. And then of course we get introduced to what's her name? Abby, I think. Yeah, Abby. And so, oh yeah, and then we get that cool scene too, where like Triple H is like running towards the van, but then he gets shot. Okay, I don't get this though. I thought with one beam of light or with one bullet or I guess an arrow, I thought they automatically get burned up. Like, how did Triple H survive that? He gets shot in the eye. So how the hell did he survive that? How did he not die from that? That didn't make any sense. I never understood that. Like, this whole time I never understood that. Like, I don't know. And I'm laughing too because I remember that one scene where so after all that happens, then we get that one scene where I forgot the girl's name, damn it, but I guess like the main female vampire, she's all pissed off because they escaped, and then what the other guy is like, we got caught with our pants down, and then Triple H is like, pants down? They pretty much f***ing ass us. And then we get that one scene where Drake goes to the vampires. It's so stupid. He tells the guy, he asks the guy, do you sell vampire merchandise? And he's like, no shit, you're in a big ass vampire place. How do they, that is just weird. And then that one scene where that one guy's like, he tells him like, you want to kiss me, pretty boy? So it had a couple of funny moments, I thought. And also, oh yeah, then of course Whistler dies in the beginning. I forgot to say that. And then we get that one scene where, then we get the whole little montage of them like looking for Drake or looking for people that might know Drake or whatever. And then they finally find him, and then that's when they have that whole chase scene where Blade catches him or he chases him. We get the other funny scene. You know, this is just, oh my god. We get the scene where when they capture that one guy, Blade tells him like, what's behind door number 1? And he's like, I can't tell you, that they'll kill me. And then that's when Blade's like, kill you, motherfucker, I'll kill you. They're like, oh, I can't tell you because they'll kill me. It's like, oh, if you don't tell me, I'll kill you. I'll say the same thing. Like, what? So, Jesus. But anyways, and then Ryan Reynolds gets captured by Drake basically. Oh yeah, and then of course we get that. I don't get this either. Like Reynolds gets captured, and then this is like possibly my favorite part of the entire movie, where when he gets captured, he sees the dog, and then Reynolds freaks out. He's like, when he sees the dog's mouth open up all weird, he's like, what the? What the and then when he tells Triple H, he's like, well, that depends on how you ask, because clearly this dog is a bigger dick than you. And he's like, and when the did you see my face? And then he says, I was talking to her. Like that is messed up. Oh god, that one scene right there is alone is so hilarious to me, and that always has me rolling. But then even after, like, later on, when he's like, when he talks to them about, like, the tracking device, and they ask him, like, so where is this tracking node of yours, whatever she says, and he's like, it's in my left ass cheek. And he's like, fine, it's in my right ass cheek. Oh my god. So yeah, that whole scene, like, I guess you gonna call it like an interrogation scene, it was too funny. And then we get the final showdown, I guess, or the final shootout, or whatever you want to call it, with the whole fight happening. We get like that whole brawl, and then we get Blade fighting Drake and Reynolds fighting Triple H, and the music too during like yeah, it goes something like that. So yeah, and then of course, you know, they win, the good guys win, of course. And yeah, I mean, watching it, I could definitely see why people hate it compared to the first two, or why they think it's the weakest, but overall I thought it was an enjoyable film. I mean, I don't think it was completely garbage. I mean, it wasn't as bad as, like, say, Daredevil or Ghost Rider or the Hulk or Elektra. So yeah, so those are my thoughts. Those are my thoughts on all three movies. So like I said, I mean, these could very well be the most underrated Marvel movies ever, because again, it wasn't Black Panther, it was Blade, and it wasn't Deadpool, it was Blade. How does I don't understand. Like, okay, I get it if you're somebody who grew up in like in the late 2000s or early 2010s. But if you grew up in the 90s, then how the hell do you not remember this? I don't know. Oh, and then too, you know, one more thing too, in the first movie when he fights, when he is about to kill Frost, it's so funny because we get that one line where he's like, some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill. And I'm like, what? But whatever though. But yeah, so those are my thoughts on all three movies. I figured, again, because they're never talked about, so why not discuss them and just give my honest thoughts on them. But yeah, so I don't know when this video will get uploaded, but we'll see if I have, because there's other videos I want to get uploaded first, so we'll see when I can get this one up. But yeah, so definitely the second one was the best because I mean Del Toro. So yeah, so all in all, I enjoyed the trilogy. It was definitely a good trilogy. Okay, I just watched to refresh my memory. But I do that a lot. Like, I do that a lot, where I rewatch movies just to refresh my mind. But if we're going by trilogies, I actually watched the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy twice. Way back, the first year was in 2011, and then just recently, I think it was like in November or December of last year. So let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think of all the movies? Have you seen them? Which one is your favorite? All that good stuff. All right, guys. So yeah, so that's pretty much all my thoughts on this. All right, so I love the movies. And I think it's time for Blade to get a Netflix series. You know, I've been seeing a lot of people talk about like Marvel characters who should get a Netflix series. Blade is, like, in my opinion, I don't really know who I would pick in terms of like a top 10 video, like top 10 characters that need a Netflix series. But for sure, two of them would be him and like, why not Ghost Rider? Like, look at Punisher. He debuted in Daredevil and he got his own, and Ghost Rider is in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., so why not give him his own show? You know, I don't see why not. But yeah, so enough talking. I don't want to go on forever. But yeah, I'm gonna end the video right now before I get too carried away. So yeah, guys, so I love the movies, and credit to Wesley Snipes. You know, he definitely played the character pretty damn great. All right, so pretty much it. So be sure to click that notification. But make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and tell the REKLEZ Rich. Signing out.